Okay, so now we're logged in. We have our account here. And this is pretty easy. This is for you to buy or sell a stock right now. All we're going to do is come up here to click trade. And this drop down is going to happen. It's going to give you the option to do all different things. You can look at anything from bonds to CDs to futures to options. And if you want to see the options chain, there it is. But what we're going to do today is we are going to just go and trade a stock. So we're going to click stocks and ETFs right here. So here are the 3 steps that we are going to do to make a purchase of a stock. So the first thing we're going to do is enter an order. Then we're going to verify it. Then we're going to get confirmation that the order went through. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to come down here and type in some type of ticker symbol, whether it is an individual stock or an ETF. So we're going to look at this and we are going to put in here SPLG. It is an S&P 500 ETF. You can go and do SPY. You can do VOO. The expense ratio on these vary. So SPY has an expense ratio of 0.09%. VOO and SPLG have 0.04%. Now, the only downside to SPLG, the options are not really, the premiums are not there. So if you're somebody that knows that you want to sell options, this could be a little bit problematic. But the benefit is it's much cheaper than looking at an SPY or a VOO. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to click SPLG. I'm going to type it in here. And guys, whether you want to go and buy an ETF or an individual equity, it's exactly the same process that we're following right here. So we'll click SPLG right there, and it'll give us a drop down and a summary of everything that's going on with this. Now this gives you all of the data on SPLG. It tells you the cost that it's currently at, the bid, ask, the ranges, the days range, the 52-week range. So then what you're going to do is come in here and we're going to be buying. So you're going to come down here to the little drop down and you're going to say buy. And we're going to go with 1 share. But if you wanted to, you could just do a calculator. Calculate how many shares. If you wanted to say you wanted to buy $10,000 worth based on today's share price, $53.79. There you go. It's going to tell you 185 shares, $9,951 and change. So you can use that little calculator if you want to, but we're just going to do 1 share. And coming down to what order, because it's just 1 share and I'm very comfortable with getting this at $53.70, $53.69, whatever it is. Remember, this is for the long term, so we don't really need to worry about the 1 or 2 cent variations here. I'm going to come in here and just put a market order. So as soon as I let that go, it's going to tell me that's the current market price, and we're going to go to the next screen to review the order. So here's your summary. You're buying 1 share of SPLG at market order. You're reinvesting your dividends. No, for those of you that this is a personal decision of what you want to do. If you're looking at this from a very long-term perspective of saying, you know what, they're going to give me a dividend and I just want to keep reinvesting that back into the stock, go for it. There's some people that want to do that. There's some people that want to pull their dividends out to pay their bills. For me, if I'm looking at this from a very long-term perspective, I would probably be reinvesting them. It does default. I left this up here to say no because it does default to say no. So make sure that you actively change that to yes, depending on what you want to do. But you can see here, it tells you the amount. Of course, there is no type of commission because free trades exist now pretty much everywhere in the United States. And that's it. Then you're going to come down here. You're going to click place order. And you have your share of your first ETF or your first stock. And to do this, you just keep rinsing and repeating. And I'm going to tell you this. It will get easier. It becomes more routine. The first time that I used the platform, I was very confused, and now it's second nature. Charles Schwab does have a fantastic iPhone app. That is another thing that you can use to place orders. They also have what's called Street Smart Edge, where you can look at their charts, you can look at their options chains, etc. There are a lot of tools on Schwab.com. Also, if you're not interested in Schwab, there's plenty of other platforms out there that are just as good and just as easy to use. In order to keep yourself consistently contributing to this type of retirement account, I would suggest that you have money flowing into this every single month and in a way that you don't need to think about it. Automate something where you can send money over every single month into this account. And then you go in, set a reminder on your phone that you go in the 1st or the 15th or whatever of every month and purchase more shares of an ETF that you choose. But make sure that you're continuously funding this account. It's very important. Just take the thinking out of it. Put the money in there. You're not going to be able to pull it out until you're more at your retirement age. So once it's in there, you can't do anything except for what? Except for buy SPLG, VOO, or a stock. Well, congratulations, you made it. You figured out how to buy your first stock. I encourage you to go back and watch this again. Every single thing in life is repetition, especially things that we're learning for the very first time. Go back and just start with those basics again. The stock market can be a totally different language, and that is okay. It just takes repetition to learn that language and surrounding yourself with the right types of people to practice that language over and over again. So go back, watch the basics, then get into that 8-pillar stuff. See the process that we continuously use. Also, if you haven't by now, please subscribe to our channel. Paul and I almost daily go over individual stocks using that 8-pillar process. And really, we do it why? We do it for the repetition for you guys. This is something that you will be able to use and a tool that you will be able to use for the rest of your life. Well, I hope you enjoyed the series. If you have anything, please drop it in the comments below, and you guys have a great day.